Welcome to this episode of Carroll One-on-One. I'm Jeff Castingway, your Director of Public Works, the heartbeat of Carroll County. We're responsible for the protection, preservation, life, property, evidence, and environment. A vital role in disaster prevention, preparedness, mitigation, response, and recovery. Provide the necessary services for our citizens to live, work, and play. So we are the Department of Public Works. Quick summary of Public Works is we have 9 bureaus, Carroll Transit System, 308 staff, we have $55 million a year in operating budget, and over $34 million in ongoing capital projects. As the Department of Public Works, we have myself, Director of Public Works, 3 deputies to run our 10 divisions. Due to the size and complexity of them, this staff is key to keeping the day-to-day operations moving. The 10 divisions we have is the airport, solid waste, utilities, building construction, engineering, facilities, fleet and warehouse, permits inspections, roads, and our Carroll Transit System. So let me take a few minutes here and go through each one of our divisions and give you a little background of each one. First, I'll start with the airport. We have an airport manager that manages the day-to-day operations of the facility, and we have SkyTech that is on site managing the aeronautical aspects of this business. We sell 290,000 gallons of fuel a year, which is our highest revenue source out there with the facility. We also manage 7 corporate hangars and 82 T hangars. Next is probably one of our most publicly seen areas is our solid waste, or our northern landfill. We provide sources for waste and recycling for the entire county. We bring in over 100,000 tons of solid waste per year, 30,000 tons of recycling per year. And a couple key points on our recycling is 4,000 tons of that, 30,000 is yard waste, and we bring in over 350 tons a year in tires. We also manage 4 closed landfills throughout the county that require 30 years of maintenance and monitoring for any environmental issues that may come up. Next is our Bureau of Utilities. Provide clean water and wastewater to our unincorporated areas. Our largest area being the Freedom District, which provides 2.1 million gallons a day of fresh water and treatment of wastewater. Some of our other facilities that we do manage and maintain is for Pleasant Valley, Bark Hill, and Hampstead. We have over 10,000 customers throughout our system, and we manage over 5 wastewater treatment plants and 20 lift stations throughout the county. Building construction, this is our in-house project management group. They manage over $10 million a year in ongoing projects and also handle major fit-out projects that may come up. Our projects include anything from specialized roof replacements at Union Mills Homestead to large building fit-out projects, as you saw here at the county office building, but also the construction of new buildings like you see at the public library or even at the Public Safety Training Center. Our engineering group handles all road design and reconstruction projects along with surveying and design work. These professionals maintain in 30+ road improvement projects per year, 288 bridge inspections, and also handle all in-house design and survey work for whether it's roads or bridge work. Our Bureau of Facilities is who we reference as the county's general contractor. We maintain over 50 sites with 500 structures and also maintain over 6,000 acres of land. We perform HVAC, electric, plumbing, and building in-house for 90% of our work, which keeps us from having to go outside to third parties or contractors. Next is our Bureau of Fleet and Warehouse. This bureau maintains over 1,200 vehicles and pieces of equipment per year. This equipment will range from large construction equipment to dump trucks, pickup trucks, passenger vehicles, and down to our small engine pieces of equipment that would be lawnmowers and trench compactors. We also have warehouse services that we provide bulk materials for departments like Citizen Services or for our Bureau of Facilities with providing large supply of filter units. But we also provide personal protective equipment for the entire county as the needs arise. Our Bureau of Permits and Inspections performs field inspections and permit services for renovations and new construction projects in both residential and commercial markets. Last year, we processed approximately 8,200 permits and performed over 27,000 inspections throughout the county on everything from new construction to renovations, to include structural, plumbing, electrical, and even fire code inspections. Our Bureau of Roads is one of our largest bureaus and who maintain our roads, storm pipes, and bridges. We have over 1,000 miles of centerline road, 1 million feet of storm pipes, and 60 miles of gravel roads. On top of the maintenance that we perform, our team is on call 24/7, 365 to respond to emergencies. These emergencies will include storm events, but also include if there's major accidents or fires throughout the county. Our team goes out to help either take care of traffic control or remove debris as needed in order to reopen roadways and reopen developments. Last division we have is our Carroll Transit Service. We provide demand response and fixed route services for the citizens of Carroll County with approximately 50 of our units that are equipped with wheelchair lifts. Our demand response provides the door-to-door services as needed to bring our citizens to either work, doctor's appointments, or different events. Our fixed route system, we operate on a fixed time of pickup and drop-off in multiple of our towns and our cities and towns, which would include Westminster, Freedom, Hampstead, Manchester area, and Tawnytown. One of the other pieces of transit that I am pleased to talk about is our veteran services. The county does provide a free service to all county veterans to provide them the transportation needs to Baltimore, Frederick, and Martinsburg, West Virginia, free of charge for their medical appointments. So a little sample of our current projects that we perform here on a regular basis in Carroll County. First is our gravel road pilot test project for stabilization. We're always trying to think outside the box and use good engineering practices to increase the stability of our gravel roads while reducing dust and maintenance activities after major storm events. Next project I'll talk about is our Silver Run Charles Carroll Community Center. We hope to have this project under construction later on this year. This new building will include a gymnasium and community center that could be utilized by everybody in that area for years to come. The next project would be the SeeClick Report app. We're happy to have brought this on board a couple years ago, and we continue to enhance it for great citizen interactions. This app can be downloaded by any citizen, and if they run into an issue on the roadways, they can simply click a picture of it, send in that complaint or issue, and then it gets immediately uploaded to all the pertinent parties that need to respond to that situation. That citizen will hear that we've received it, that we report it out to the site to perform an inspection, and when the project is complete. Next, I'd like to talk about the Hampstead Wastewater Treatment Plant Enhanced Nutrient Reduction Upgrade. This has been a multi-year, $16 million project that will clean our effluent by reduction of nitrogen and phosphorus into our streams so we can better the environment. But like any other department in any other area, we always have our challenges. It's not always puppy dogs and flowers. So some of the challenges that we have here in Public Works is funding of our roundabouts in high traffic areas to improve safety, reduction of state highway user funds over the last 10 years. The county used to receive $13 million a year from the state to help maintain our roads and bridges, and now we receive approximately $1 million a year with no mechanism in place to make up that difference in lost revenue. Manage counties' solid waste funds to meet today's MDE laws. The laws and requirements continue to become more stringent, and in the solid waste industry, this results in changes of processes that come at a cost. Managing expectations during weather and storm events, while also, I'll take the next bullet point, is to also reduce road salt on our roadways. We have 63 snow routes to handle the 1,000 lane miles of roadway that we have. And it is expected that we have roads open as quick as possible, and we try to do the best that we can with that. At the same time, we've been challenged with reducing salt in order to better the environment, but also we have to take care of safety and keep that as priority number one. And finally, we have the autonomous vehicle and alternate fuel infrastructure items. And with the change of technologies and requirements that are out there for reduction of emissions, we have to change how we operate and how we build our infrastructure moving forward. And these challenges are new to us, and we are having to adapt to what is presented to us today. Lastly, I'd like to talk to you today about our teaming efforts with our towns and municipalities. We are one county, we are one team, and together we make these projects happen. A few of those projects will be the Union Bridge wastewater treatment plant upgrade, working with the town, with Maryland Department of Environment and design consultants to kick off this project and obtain the most grant funds possible. Secondly is the town of Sykesville and Maryland Department of Transportation, teaming with them on a stormwater project along with our Bureau of Utilities to replace our water and sewer line. At the same time, the stormwater management project is underway to reduce our impacts to Main Street and Springfield Avenue. We also maintain the GIS system for the towns and municipalities, so we have one central repository of our road infrastructure and major data points that are needed for ongoing maintenance and design. We also team together with all during storm events. It always takes additional infrastructure and personnel to reopen a town or reopen a roadway, or if there was a major disaster of a fire or anything worse. So we team together with them because in sharing resources. We're also the backup supply for salt during major weather events. The county has the ability to buy in bulk and store in bulk for our salt, and we continue to provide backup when their supplies go low. Lastly is our permits and inspections services are performed by the county for all towns and municipalities. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact us at the Department of Public Works. My email address is jcastonguay@carrollcountymd.gov at 410-386-2248. Thank you.